I'm telling you, I could have made it big if it wasn't for my knees
Yeah, in C grade.
and my unnatural fear of foot rot. Hi, you're listening to It's My Turn, the podcast where two siblings discuss literally everything.
And nothing is out of bounds.
We're talking family feuds, dumb opinions, guest roasts, and weekly chaos, popular memes, popular and not so popular opinions. Nothing is off limits.
Language warning, we swear, we argue, we abuse, and we love.
So, you've been fucking... Oh, we're going to have to start again.
No, we just gotta edit it.
You've been fucking warned.
Do you guys think I should go a week without talking about sharting or pissing myself?
I'm not sure it's possible.
You know, it's something we could all talk about more, I guess. Howdy, let's get rowdy. Alright, welcome back to It's My Turn, the podcast where arguments have no winners, just casualties.
And where I spend most of my time wondering how we're even related.
And where I just sit here regretting my life choices.
Yeah.
Before we jump right into it, I just want to throw out an apology to Juzzy, one of our loyal listeners, who apparently took a little bit of offence to me claiming that I didn't believe that she'd never sharted. I believe that feces have never touched her undies, and we'll move on.
She's not touched cloth.
Clean,
Allegedly.
Clean girl with clean bowel health.
Yeah, good
It's
for her.
impressive, really.
Must be nice. Anything cool or funny happen to you this week, Rowan?
Well, I got a birdie at golf today, which is pretty unusual for me. I stuck it... Let me paint a picture. Hole 8. It's a very difficult hole 8 at your lawn, and I've grabbed out my 8-iron,
I'd like to point out the time crunch we're on here, guys.
lashed it right within 2 metres of the pin, and then drained the putt for a birdie for our scramble.
It was so impressive that Jake come home and told me about it.
That's pretty impressive.
I called and I heard, Jake, that's just, you're a fucking shit cunt.
That's great.
How about you, Lena? Anything good happening in your world?
No.
Oh, well, great. This is fucking... The content is fucking... Oh, it's not like we're not planning anything.
This is like the
Got
one wedding.
Sheila do.
Yes, I've started organising my hens too, which
That's
is very
fun.
exciting. Sheila do. Yeah, that's. I'm looking forward to that. I'm feeling a little underprepared. I don't have an outfit or anything, but we've got a venue booked and maybe a bus.
Would
So
anyone be interested in a pod from the Hindu?
from the bus.
Yeah, from the bus.
I like that actually.
Last bus trip we had did get very messy.
It was crazy. I remember Gwen dancing and trying to get Rowan to do burnouts.
There's no trying.
If you're listening, Thorpe buses, we take great care and responsibility of your bus.
This conversation is over.
We are editing it out.
No, we aren't. Jim will love it.
Yeah, I reckon. And we might get some more listeners from our loyal local club.
All right, I want to bring up a story.
Go on.
Just a funny one that happened.
Okay, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
Anything funny happened to you this week, Maddie?
What hasn't happened to me this week? I have been a disaster.
Yeah, it wasn't really funny though.
Oh no, the first one's pretty funny.
We're looking for upbeat here.
I was buttering my bread at work, a little flustered, a little hungry, afternoon pick-me-up snack. And I was trying to put it away, but my phone was on my left-hand side, and most people who know me, I'm right-handed. Mm-hmm. So I've picked up what I thought was the butter to put in the fridge, and I was listening to TikTok in the background, and I was getting sick of this video. So I was scrolling, but it wasn't changing, and realised that I was scrolling the butter. The phone was going in the fridge, and the butter was being scrolled.
That's actually good.
Again,
How long did it take you to
Meadow
realise?
Lee.
How long did it take you to realise that you had butter under your fingernails?
It wasn't butter, it was just the lid of the butter.
Ah.
I thankfully put the lid on.
Very disappointing.
Yeah,
But
beep that out.
It was good, like 2 or 3 swipes before I realised what was happening.
All right, yeah, no, fair, good quality content. I like that. Good job, Maddie. Good save.
Nice, good from you. Maybe we'll give you a bit more airtime.
You've earned it this week.
But probably not. Oh, yeah, back to where I was before I was really interrupted. I want to bring up a story, Elaine. You'll remember this. It was at the old Butcher's Club in Traralgon. Mm-hmm. Remember when we were walking in behind that family of 4 or 5 and that man tripped up and left the doormat standing upright?
Rug like slightly askew.
And then I've walked in behind not paying attention and I've tripped over the rug because it was upright. as I've plummeted to the ground, I've gone, Elaina's like, oh, yeah, all right, what happened? And I said, I've tripped on that cunt's stupidity.
That's so funny.
And the man just sort of put his head down and walked away because he knew he was done.
That was a big week for us because that was the same week that we went to the supermarket and you were paying in coins. And the lady behind the register needed 50 cents because you hadn't paid the whole amount. And you're digging through your coins and the lady's gone, it's 50 cents. I said, it's 50 cents, Rowan. Sir, it's just 50 more cents. Rowan, it's 50 cents. It's 50 cents. I fucking know it's 50 cents. You lost your reason.
Adventure time, am I right?
Sensory overload at the
That was when we could use coins before Daddy Dan took the right from us.
Oh, coin supremacy, I guess. Sound off in the comments. Do you like coins?
Well, those particular question about coins are not sharding or pissing this week.
I've made a big improvement. I've made a commitment to be better.
I guess this is growing up.
Do you remember when we were dropping Mum off for the Variety Bash? Shout out the Variety Bash to the children's charity. And she was starting the bash and we were coming home in Mum's Riley Elf, which we talked about last week. And you fucking pulled the gear knob off.
Oh, yeah. The funny story about that is Elaina had spilt her chocolate milk and goes, oh, I spilt my milk. And then she's turned around and I'm holding the gear stick in my hand and go, we've got bigger problems. She goes,
when do you need to change gears? About now.
Classic moments.
We've invited some regular listeners to bring a debate for us this week, which is pretty cool. Some of our first audience engagement. So the question comes from Dylan, a local man. That's all I've got to say about him. You'll hear more from him in an upcoming pod. He's going to come on. But his question for this week is hot dog, sandwich or not? Thoughts?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, it's in a bun.
Yeah, but you couldn't.
It's a hot dog bun, not a hot dog bread.
It's not something that I'd comfortably transition to bread. I find that very uncomfortable.
Yep. True.
That's psychopath
point.
behaviour, but then, you get sausages in bread.
Yeah, but
Are
that's
those sandwiches?
No.
No, they're not sandwiches either, I don't think. However, they now have hot dogs at Subway. And Subway hire sandwich artists.
And
Eat fresh.
TM.
I think it's a bad move on Subway's part. I think it's wrong.
It's D Class A.
It's picking to
Subway,
the
if
right
you're
crowd.
listening, happy to collaborate and come up with some better sandwich ideas.
But no, so I guess we're all comfortably sitting on the hot dog, not a sandwich then.
Yeah.
And the only psychopath I know that puts it in sandwich bread would be Gail.
It's because she doesn't have hot dog buns and she can't be bothered going to the shops.
Yeah, she's a psychopath. That's what you learnt last week. Also, I'd like a recap from last week. Fuck you, Andrea.
Still alive and well, apparently, but it's not looking good for the
Oh,
parents.
and Rowan, you also have an apology to make.
Oh, I'm not apologising. Oh, I'd like to apologise to Jake for absolutely fucking nothing. I'll call him out again. I'll call him out right now. Fuck you, Jake.
What did you do?
I said fuck you, Jake, in the last pod.
Oh.
See, if you re-listen, it's just a random, we're all talking. And then you just hear Rowan in the background going, yeah, fuck you, Jake.
Fair enough.
I'm not sorry.
Nah.
I'm not apologising. That's who I am.
Stick by it, bro.
I'll
Tourette's was playing
I'll
up.
die on this hill.
I've got a question for Maddie. Who do you think's the most dramatic sibling? Don't know what that's about. What's with the laughter?
Rowan definitely has some moments,
Meltdowns.
but it's definitely like 9 times out of 10. But then to be fair, if you're going, I'm generally with you too.
9 out of 10 is good odds.
It's a slippery slope.
I've been called Sighy McAllister around the house because I sigh too loud, apparently.
You are terrible. You'll just be sitting there watching TV and you'll be like, oh, I like this one. And then you'll just hear,
Maybe I'm
That'd
just
be bad on their ears.
Maybe I'm just a heavy breather.
Yeah.
You can insert a funny fart noise.
Why don't we just make our own?
so we made it about 10 minutes in.
We did the best we could. Who would Mum actually save first if the house was on fire?
Well,
Out of you two or Brendan?
Us two.
Fuck Brendan.
It depends.
He can get out on his own. You've seen his calves.
It's Tone. You kick the wall out and walk out himself.
I'd say it depends on the time of day.
My theory is that she wouldn't save me because me and her would most likely be trapped in a room because we've started a fire somehow.
Yeah. The amount of times I come home and Rowan and Mum would just have a fucking battery or something doing something that they shouldn't be doing.
Remember when they cut that gum tree down at Haunted Hills right next to the house, pretty much on the house? And they're like, no, we can do it ourselves. We're going to save money. It's like,
Do you remember when she gave AJ a boot on the car battery?
Yeah.
No, it won't give you a shock, mate.
Poor AJ had about... That was the first time I nearly felt some form of... It was like a fuzzy, cold feeling. I think it was called sympathy.
Didn't last long.
No.
AJ, if you're listening, is Rowan allowed back in Druin yet?
Please, I've got things to do.
And AJ, if you're listening, you're not welcome to.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Stay out of Newbar, dog.
You shit your pants like you did that time in your Law North when Rowan came up your ass.
Oh, fuck. All right, Maddie will remember this one. Do you remember, Maddie? We were at the Morwell Bowls Club, I believe, with Fat Cuz. And he treated himself to carbonara even though he'd warned him several times. Shout out to Fat Cuz too, if you're listening.
It wasn't just the carbonara that night. It was
milkshakes.
cheesy garlic bread for a start. Very lactose intolerant. He only discovered this a few years ago.
He'll tell you you've known about it for years, but we know it was only like a year ago.
I'm pretty sure his sister's got a message that dates back 4 years ago.
Do you remember Dig driving home that night and feeling a bit unwell? And he's pulled over into the pines in his little Mazda 2 and he's had to run off into the bushes and shit.
I'm pretty sure it was in Moisey's car.
It might have been in Annie Moira's car, but yeah, he had to run off into the bush to shit. And that man always carries emergency toilet roll. And I always wondered why every
That's
time
so
he got in his
smart,
car.
really.
Now I know.
I know a lot of people that actually go out into the bush and like camp, carry emergency toilet, but not just your average man on the way.
Shout out Lactase if you want to sponsor us. We'll send some to Fat Gus.
I think he's that bad that he's taken it and he's still...
Oof.
It doesn't help that every meal is so highly contaminated with lactose.
I'd like to share a time that I too wished I had toilet paper in the car.
So we've made it about 30 seconds on from the last one.
It's a good one though. I went to pick Mum up from the airport. She was coming home from an international flight and her flight got delayed. So I was at the airport like an hour early and I was parked on the side of the road and I really needed to piss. Picture this, about 15 cars sitting around me, so I couldn't just get out and pee because I'd probably get arrested for indecent exposure. So what do? You have a Macca's cup.
You take a chance.
You take a chance. You take a chance and you piss in the Macca's cup.
Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
But do you know what happens next? You spill it.
Oh, no.
All through the car.
Why didn't you just toss it?
Well, I tried, and that's when I spilt it.
I thought you were going to say Mum got in the car and went, oh, apple juice.
Nah, I spilt it, and I had to mop it up with a hoodie. And then the whole drive home, I thought, I wonder if my car smells like piss to Mum right now.
Shout out to anyone with a spare hoodie to replace the one.
It was my Reading one too from the festival. I haven't worn it since. It's sullied.
Probably been burnt, to be honest with you.
I can't bring myself to get rid of it, but
When
I
you
can't
say
wear
Sally,
it
it
either.
just reminds me of someone's loins.
Remind me of, when you say Sally, it reminds me of Monsters, Inc.
Monsters Inc. God loves Sally.
And Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
I'm watching.
And that's another round of chaos.
Brought to you by poor life choices and sibling trauma.
Are we going to say today's local shout out?
What's today's local shout? You take it away, Maddie.
Go on, Maddie, let us have it.
All right, so today's we're going to have two.
Ooh,
since
that
we
seems too
copped
much.
so much hate from last week's shout out.
Do just. Oh, yeah. From me.
Aesthetics by Elainor
Oh.
and Kura Support Services.
Look us up on Insta and
I'm
Facebook
also on the Facebook.
and TikTok.
I am. Oh, yeah. The podcast is on those.
I'm on TikTok.
On the Instagram, I'd like to point out that we've got up to like 50 followers now.
Jeez.
But 47 of them are just people travelling around Australia in caravans.
Well, I think that's because they have the most time to listen to podcasts. Next week.
Bye.
Bye.